Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We're here on Fremont Street, the Fremont Street Experience on a Saturday night. This is an interesting thing that they do down here. So this is security down here for Fremont Street Experience. They, for all of the street performers that have the speakers, they are not allowed to exceed 107 decibels. So Clyde is adjusting his volume to meet, and it keeps coming in at like 111, 112-ish on this particular evening. Now, for me, and I know Clyde wants to comply. He wants to make sure that he is in compliance with all the rules and regulations. So I'm only speaking for myself. But for me, I would be questioning what is the ambient decibel level without his speaker on, because they're overhead speakers all up and down the Fremont Street Experience, and I would want to know what that baseline is before they started measuring my speaker. In addition to that, I would also want to know when was the last time this particular decibel meter was calibrated, because these things, after a certain amount of time, go out of calibration. And those are the two questions that I would have. And is this, the third question I can think of is this scientific? Is this how they measure decibel levels? Is this the industry standard for how they measure decibel levels? And if it's not, then what would need to be done in order for them to, I mean, just pointing it in front of a speaker like that, of course, it's going to be really, really loud. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you guys think about this. I was very, very just shocked. And Clyde, again, he is law abiding. He does not want to be afoul of the law at all. He is doing his best to try and turn the volume down. The thing is, when he does that, you can't hear it. You can barely hear the music because then everything playing overhead. So they have the bands, right? The bands playing, and they pipe that music in overhead, all up and down the Fremont Street Experience. And that's what Joe and the others here are trying to tell them. Look, you've got all this extra noise coming in from overhead. That's adding to Clyde's speaker there, and so they're trying hard to give him some chances here to get back under 107 decibels. But I'm really interested in your guys' comments. What do you guys think? Yeah, those would be the three questions that I would ask. What is the baseline you're starting with in the first place because of the ambient sound? What is a decibel meter level without Clyde's speaker there? Just walking around, what is that decibel meter level? And then also, when was the last time that meter was calibrated? And thirdly, what is that? Is that the scientific method for measuring decibel levels, by sticking that meter right in front of a speaker? I don't know who drew up these rules, but those are the questions that I would want to ask. And again, Clyde, very, very nice guy. He just wants to be in compliance with the rules, and I very, very respectful of that. So yeah, see, now he's like, now I can't hear it. Now that it's back below 107 decibels. So yeah, I mean, those are the three questions that I would ask. I would want to know those particular elements. But if they issue him a ticket, then he's got to go take time out of his day to go battle that and everything else, and it's just a hassle he doesn't need. So definitely wants to be in compliance. But it's just unfortunate. I think that there's probably a better way for them to measure decibel level. I also think there's probably and I know that it's been said from other street performers that I've talked to, not Clyde, but there have been other street performers that I've talked to down here who have said that they don't like the street performers that have speakers down here. They just don't like them. And a lot of them feel that they are trying to be discouraged from coming down here and doing their show or whatever with the speakers. If that's true, then, you know, that would tend to play part and parcel. And actually, I could think of a fourth question there too. Who determines 107? What how do you arrive at the number 107? Why is it not 106 or 108? Right? How do you arrive at that number? It's just like a speed limit, right? How do you determine a speed limit for a road? It's supposed to be the 80th percentile, right? It's the speed at which 80% of the traffic on that road travels. There's Big T and LV right there here on YouTube. Definitely check him out. Very cool guy. Comes down here with Jeepers Creepers a lot. Also, please check him out. That's Jeepers Creepers 440 here on YouTube. Definitely very, very cool local Las Vegas live streamers. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We really, really appreciate you being here. And there's Cadillac Family right there, by the way, in the midst of all of my trying to determine the fairness question there. I forgot to mention Cadillac Family, so please like and subscribe to Cadillac Family as well. So there's Jeepers Creepers, and that's not Jeepers Creepers, but also, so I'm just mentioning the ones that I mentioned: Jeepers Creepers 440, Big T and LV, and Cadillac Family. Also, please check out my wife's channel, Cinnamon and Jupiter, here on YouTube. She does astrology and spirituality. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Dawn channel, it is the journey. It is the journey. Clyde's a really, really nice guy. And again, he is not trying to, run afoul of any rules. He wants to be in compliance, and that's the way it should be, right? But just need to make sure that the rules are fair and that they're applied consistently across all particular situations. You know what I mean? So just wanted to point all of that out to you guys. But again, Cinnamon and Jupiter here on YouTube. Also, vids from Mike, VIDS-FROMMIKE. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Dawn channel, it is that journey where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Dawn channel on YouTube. Please drop your comments. I'm really interested in learning your thoughts.